Hola habaneros! Today, we're going to be talking about hair. This video isn't going to be a whole thing about trying to say that, oh, society's so bad, and they tell everyone to do this and that, and it's just like, no. It's not going to be one of those. It's just going to be my personal experience and the people around me's experiences with the topic of hair, mostly focusing on girls, but I know boys experience some of these issues, if not all of them, as well. But I'm not a boy, so I wouldn't know how they experience it, so I'm not going to try and talk for them. My camera doesn't have a viewfinder, so I never know if I'm in frame or not. It's really annoying. So when I cut my hair, a few people that actually knew that I was going to do the side shave thing, I only told my mom and the stylist, the person who was cutting my hair. I told like a boy or two at my school. And I didn't really make it super public, so I didn't really have very many people being like, don't do it. But then, yeah, and that was when my hair was still long. It was down to here, but I just cut the side. Then I cut my hair to here. Everyone was pretty much okay with it. Some of them, sometimes people were like, oh, why'd you cut it? It was so long and luscious. And like, why would you want to cut your hair? For one, it was unhealthy. My hair's pretty weak, at least with my experience, or maybe it's just because I've never cut it substantially. So I had split ends, no matter whether I would always tell them to trim it and stuff, but even without that, if I had really wanted long hair, I wouldn't have cut it up to here. I really wanted short hair, and my hair's I'm gonna cut my hair even shorter for Comic-Con, also because I want to try the haircut, but I also want an excuse to do it for my character that I'm cosplaying as. And, I got some people asking why I would do that, but not very many. Not very many people really care about me. So yeah, I'm really lucky that my mom isn't one of those moms who's like, oh, well, you need long hair because you're a girl, and it's really pretty and stuff and all that. I know that most girls have long hair, and that's great, but I know not all girls, but some girls feel forced to have it. I really wanted long hair for a long time, but then a few months before I cut my hair this short, I really wanted it short, but I felt like I couldn't because it would, it would look bad on me because I'd had long hair my whole life, and I felt like I had to have long hair. I don't know why. It's not like anybody was telling me I had to have long hair, but everyone, it just made me, when I thought about cutting it, I know people always make comments about, oh wow, your hair's so long, but it was also unhealthy, so sometimes they make comments about that too. I would always reflect on the comments where people were like, oh, it's so long, I wish my hair was that long, and I was like, I can't cut it. Everybody else wants it to be this long, even though they never specifically told me not to cut it. And so when I cut it, I felt really good, and I haven't gotten anyone saying it looks bad. I've just gotten people maybe like commenting on the cut, like, oh, when'd you do that, or whatever, it's not any negative feedback. But I know a person who has wanted to cut their hair for a long time. So they have hair that goes down to about here-ish, I guess. About a year-ish ago, they were talking about how they wanted to cut their hair and how their parents wouldn't let them. And I was like, wow, that's kind of really weird. Because even if your parents won't let you get short hair, your hair gets damaged. You have to cut it eventually, otherwise you're just gonna have a bunch of mangly hair and split ends like I did. I might show a picture on screen of my long hair where it was kind of mangly, but I did it really well that day. So yeah, a couple weeks ago, they talked about how their parents were going to let them cut their hair into like a top knot type thing where you shave like all of it. Not top knot, an undercut type thing where you shave, all of this and then in the back, and then you keep the top like kind of longer. It's still not like long, but long compared to the rest of it. And she was talking about how she was doing it and she really wanted to, and then I heard her say it to someone. I wasn't technically in the conversation, I just listen to people all the time because I'm a creep. And then this other girl that she was talking to had really long hair, and you can tell that she probably had it for most of her life. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm just setting the scene. It's not a bad thing for a girl to have long hair and be, whatever. But she, like, grabbed the person I'm talking about, the girl's hair, and she was like, why would you want to cut this? It's so long and beautiful. It's like, it's just really weird to me how people find a need to comment on your hair like that, like as if, like, I'm saying like a lot. It's really annoying. I'm going to try and edit it out as much as possible, but anyway, how people think that they need to comment on your hair, especially with girls. I mean, I'm not saying this is a society's bad thing. I'm just saying it's a tendency. It's not like super destructive. I mean, hair isn't that big of a deal in most ways. And they feel the need to comment on how you shouldn't cut your hair, or you should cut your hair and all that. Like with boys, if they have long hair, people are like, you need a haircut, buddy. I think that's way more taboo than girls having short hair. Girls can have short hair, at least in the Western society. But boys, if they have long hair, like past their like shoulders, and it's like, why? Why can't boys have long hair?
Buddy.
And sometimes to their shoulders, people will constantly tell them how they need to get a haircut, I've seen it so much. It's really, I think I would get so annoyed if I was a boy, and that'd be so annoying. Like boys with a hair length like mine, to get a haircut, would get told that they needed to cut it and all that by lots of people. And sometimes even by the same people who are telling girls not to cut their hair. But anyway, the girl who's going to cut her hair, hopefully doesn't back out of it. Sometimes she backs out of things. Or her parents don't change their minds or whatever. I'm not 100% sure to the extent that her parents are like against it. I've just heard from her how it is, and so I'm not claiming that this is 100% accurate version of the events. But it's just what I've heard.
To get a haircut.
And so she's talking about how she didn't care if she looked like a boy and all that. It's like, and she was getting a boy haircut. I mean, it's not really a boy haircut. It's more of like a stereotypical lesbian haircut on a girl. But whatever. I just find it really haircut. Funny how people think that they can comment on your hair length. Like, sure, you can comment on it, but like saying people that they should do or shouldn't do this. Some people would say that my hairstyle right now is extreme. The shaved side, even though it isn't, if I ever go to a job interview or anything, I can just easily cover it. That's why the part's so severe, and I'm going to need to cover it for my new haircut for Comic-Con. Plus, if I ever want to grow it out, I can cover it very, very easily, and it's very nice. It's very nice. But yeah, if you feel like you have to have the haircut you have, and you hate it, well, I mean, unless you're in like some kind of oppressive society that says you have to have your hair like this, otherwise you might actually get arrested or something, then I think you should do you, boo. Unless your parents will disown you. You might not want that. Unless your parents are really crappy and you have somewhere to go. But if you have nowhere to go, you might not want your parents to disown you because you might need a place to stay. But yeah, thanks for watching. Over to my outro. Go ahead and click subscribe, please. I literally have less than 30 subscribers. How is that even possible? I've been doing YouTube for like a year and a half. It's crazy. I can't. Okay. Anyway, yeah, yeah, it's okay to tell someone that they'll look good in a certain haircut, but don't make them feel like they have to have that haircut. Otherwise they won't look good or something like that, because that's cray. Yeah. So, you do you.